Hello, people, and welcome back to another episode of Zach's Anime Reviews. Now, I know, it's been a while since my last video. That's partially my fault, and partially the friggin' weather. For the past, I think it was like, not this last week, but 2 weeks, not this week, but last, I think, 2 weeks it was? on the night before my day off, and until like about halfway through the day, the power went out due to freaking thunderstorms or something. I don't know what it is. It was fine. The power was fine for a while. It's been fine for a few years now. But for some reason, apparently, due to those set of storms, the power went out. And one time, it went out one night, and not 20 came back on the day, sometime during midday, and not 24 hours later, from when it first went off the previous night. Within 24 hours, it went off again. I'm just like, no, bullshit. This is like, that was not fun. And then here's this last Tuesday, I was playing Minecraft and I got distracted. Anyway, if I appear tired or anything, I am, and I apologize. I spent 8 hours pushing carts in a Walmart parking lot. I am tired. Strangely so. I may have overworked myself a little bit. Because it is only here 11:30 here, p.m. I should not be this tired. Anyway, moving along. I'm gonna try to get this out. I'm gonna try to get videos more regularly, and stop being a bitch about it. Anyway, as usual, before I begin, I want to write down this anime, maybe cursing, maybe spoilers. Anyway, as I said, this video will be reviewing anime series Slayers. Now, where's my website? There it is. This is going to be interesting to review because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons. 2 of them are 26 episodes. No, 3 of them are 26 episodes. Show. One's a 13, and the other's a 3-episode OVA. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies. Needless to say, I watched it all. But reading through all those series would take a bit of time just to read the synopsis. So we're going to read the first one. And we're going to leave it at that. Because otherwise, we probably have a 30-40 minute video of just me reading synopsis. Anyway. Open it, please. This should be the first one. Come on, how are you? Good. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, this is the first one, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the first one. Okay, so the first one is the first season / series is just called Slayers. It is 26 episodes and aired April 7th, 1995 to September 29th, 1995. So it's a fairly decent old anime. I enjoy the series, really good. Powerful, avaricious sorceress Lena Inverse travels around the world, stealing treasure from bandits who cross her path. Her latest victims, a band of thieves, wait in ambush in a forest, thirsting for revenge. When Lena is about to effortlessly pummel her would-be attackers, the swordsman Gariv suddenly announces his presence. Assuming Lena to be a damsel in distress, the foolish yet magnanimous man confronts the brands in order to rescue her. After defeating them post-haste, the oblivious cavalier decides to escort Lena to Atlas City. Though not very keen on this idea, she ends up accepting the offer. However, without realizing it, Lena has chanced upon a mighty magical item among her most recent spoils. Now, two mysterious men are hunting the young magician and her self-proclaimed guardian to obtain this powerful object for apparently nefarious purposes. This way they begin their adventure, one where the fate of the world may be at stake. Yeah, that was a little bit difficult to read, maybe just because I'm tired. But anyway, okay, think for this series, think classic, like not sci-fi, fantasy, the classic fantasy, magic and all that good stuff, swordsman. It's like that, except this one's big on the comedy. Like, they really love the comedy on this show. It's like, because that's that's the main purpose, but how do I explain this? Well, pretty much all the old, like, fantasy shows, comedy is, like, the one major half, and then there's, like, drama at the other half. Like, it does get some, in my opinion, some good drama. But we had good drama and good comedy. And I guess some pretty good action. Like, that's pretty much how these old fantasy shows are. Cause like, and they purposely, and you know they purposely throw out the comedy because they have because some of the characters it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? They're just pretty much there for the comedy, be the comedic relief. Anyway, when I first watched this show, did I ever think that I would really get into it? No. To be honest, I was like, okay, it sounds interesting, I'll watch it. I mean, come on. I mean, I enjoy, like, I enjoy the old shows. And especially, like, the old, like, fantasy and all that stuff. Those are pretty good. So this was no exception. But, because, like, it was also a daunting task to watch, because, come on, that's how much? 3, 4, 26 episode seasons? At 13, 5 movies, 3 episode OVA? That's quite a bit. I mean, true, One Piece, but One Piece is kind of its own category. But for some reason, there's just something about this one that really kind of stuck with me. The character, it was like the, I cannot freaking speak. It was probably because of the right balance of the comedy and the drama, and like the way they they had a good way. They combined it in just the right way that apparently appealed to me, because I'm a little bit of a sadist / masochist when it comes to, like, the main character kind of getting hurt or in dire situations, like about dying, but you know they're gonna be okay. I think I've discussed that before in a previous video. So I'm not really sure what you call that. It's not really sadism, but it's not really machism. I don't know. I can't say that word. Anyway, because they kind of have a little bit of that going on, and also, like, comedy's good. But yeah, like, they easily, because, like, Lena Anvers is, like, she's like Max. It's kind of one of those things where the all-powerful sorceress just kind of, like, think of, she's like a really destructive person. She knows she's hot stuff, and she has the ways to back it up. Mainly by if she wanted to, she can make an entire freaking city just go mushroom cloud. Yeah, shit goes down. She has the power to back up her attitude, so she's got that going for her. Like, Lena was I liked her. She was good. She's cocky, but she also had some funny moments. And she had some interesting stuff, which kind of got a little bit more backstory, I guess. I don't know. And then see, then there was Gallery. He's kind of like, he's definitely one of the comedic relief characters because he's a big blonde swordsman. He's a standard. He's the stereotypical big dumb blonde swordsman, and he has the brain. And the way they portray his character, he has the mind of a freaking 12-year-old. Like, because just some of the reason like, he just comes across as not entirely there, if you get my meaning. Like, he's not crazy, he's just not. His IQ isn't quite high. However, that being said, the characters I ship are Lena and Gowry. Now, where's my thing? Oh yeah. And also, this is like a group of four. It's become like a group of four in like for the series. There's Lena Inverse, Gowry Gabrieve, and then there's Zelgadis Greywords. He's kind of like a he was a human, but then he kind of got by a certain bad guy. He kind of got subjected to like magical experiments that kind of turned him into like his skin into like a golem type thing or something. I don't know. And then there's then the fourth person is Amelia Will Tesla Saloon, Saillune. Wow. She's definitely another one of the comic relief characters. For this, let me explain this. Lena Inverse, technically she's like a black mage because she uses all destruction spells. Amelia is kind of like the white mage for all the healing and stuff like that. And she's always, but for Amelia, she's always shouting, "Justice!" She's very big on justice. And she, even though being like a little squirt, she's not afraid to try to go fight somebody. And she'll use her fists if she has to. So this band of four adventurers, Lena, Gowry, Zelgadis, and Amelia, they go pretty much throughout the series. They go on different adventures and conquer stuff and fight deep bad guys. Pretty much like always, and it's always kind of like destroy the world. Don't try to destroy the world this time. Fun stuff. They go. Trying to think. It is a good show, and if you feel you want to take on the task of watching all of it, I highly suggest it, because like I said, it really stuck with me. I would like to read more, because there could have been a little bit more, I think. And they could have fleshed out a couple things and combine a couple, like the OVA with some other stuff. But that's that. Yeah, like the way they have all characters, like I like the way they portray all the characters too. Like all the characters have like a good serious side, and there's also the side where it's just like, okay, well, that's not good. Where it's like they have like the serious side, but then they also have the comedic side, and they showed, like as I said earlier, they showed the good job. That's what I'm looking for, of actually combining those two things and making it feel and not making it feel off. Because seriousness and comedy, that's definitely two separate things, two separate entities, sides of the sphere. And the way they make that mend into the characters also, and the way they portray and act and do stuff at times, really goes well. Maybe that's part of the appeal for it. Yeah, one thing I'm a little peeved on about this series is like, okay, in the first, I think it's maybe the first half of the first season, they kind of mention how women sorceresses, like during that certain time of the month, they lose powers until that's over. aka menstruation, your period, that sort of thing. However, and can they use that as a plot point for her getting captured? However, they ignore that for the freaking rest of the freaking series. It's like, I mean, okay, you don't do that, but at the same time, it's like, hello, you don't recognize, you don't go back to this. All this conveniently takes place around that. I mean, I'm no gynecologist or medical person, doctor, but wouldn't that come up like at least a little bit? And like they do it, like I said, like it's like kind of touch on. They mention that, and it portrays a little bit of significance in like the first half of the first season, I think. But just for the rest of the series, it's just pretty much forgotten. So I don't know, but that's kind of a little weird in my opinion. I don't know. So yeah, we're going on six and a half minutes here. 16. I really got nothing else to talk about this because, yeah, I know it's because, like, first of all, it's been a little bit since I watched this series. There's a lot of it, and I only read the first synopsis because, like I said, it would take a bit to read all of it. So I got nothing else. Overall rating, 9.5. I take off a little bit for like some stuff, like just minor nuances of like they could have done something like this, they could have done that, they could have done that. Why don't we flush that out a bit more? That's just my personal gripes. Like because other than my own little personal gripes, it's good. So 9.5 stars. So if you feel like watching it, go ahead. I suggest watching all of it because it is a good show. Just be prepared for a bit of a stretch. I mean, sure, like I said before, it's no One Piece with like how many, almost 800 episodes now. And trust me, I started binging that over the summer, and I got caught up. Yes, that was fun. Anyway, I'm tired, so I'm gonna do a few more little things here, and I'm gonna hit the sack. And I'm going to try not to make another 2-week break between episodes. So I apologize. And I shall see you guys next time. Sayonara, my neckos. Oh, sorry. One last little thing. I forgot to say what I was going to be reviewing next time. Next time... Shush. See here, next time it... Oh! Looky. We finally get to that. It is Diabolic Lovers. Yeah, I know that sounds a little out of place for me. And you'll see why. Or I'll go look at that up to for yourself. Anyway, until then, bye.